Thank you for joining me as we take a look at the worst figure of the year. Darn it! I was super excited for this guy. However, early reviews and photos and comments from friends tell me that this thing's a big pile of poop. So I'm not excited about that. Now I got this guy, of course, from 5K Toys. I showed it off a couple times. I talked about it in live streams. I've talked about it in a video dedicated to pre-orders on 5K Toys. And this is one of the ones that I was the most excited for. Mortal Kombat 10, I believe, was this one. And Sub-Zero was always my favorite. As a kid, growing up, playing all those Mortal Kombat games in Sega, Super Nintendo, and then N64, playing the first like 3D version. Also, who remembers like the Mortal Kombat Origin Story game or whatever it was called, where you played Sub-Zero? Sub-Zero? Imagine that. Sub-Zero, where it was like a side-scroller, beat-em-up, adventure, RPG, something. Anyway, to find out why he sucks, we have to look at it. So let's do that part now, okay? Instead of later. We've got quite a few accessories in the box, and the accessories are part of the thing that made it look so awesome. So starting right off the bat, you got this beautiful looking sword, because we're talking Mortal Kombat, and Sub-Zero makes all kinds of weapons out of ice. And this looks great. It's actually pretty pliable, which is maybe a good thing, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. It's a cool technique, and with the splatter of white to look like ice. This is pretty cool design-wise. And you get two of these because these are other weapons that he uses. And of course, this is like where weapons, and I can't remember 10 that much, but this is like weapons are a big part of like the actual attacks and not just special abilities, which is fun. You get this huge hammer, which is pretty cool looking. Again, the artistry behind this was executed very well. I like this. It looks frosty. I like that. And this axe, which looks super cool. So a lot of nice details here, good sculpt work, and again, great paint work, very well executed. You get his little charge up, I'm assuming, so that he can freeze you. So he's going to charge this thing up, shoot you, and now you're a frozen boy. And there's no other versions of freezing people in this, which is kind of interesting. But I think this is fine. This just looks really good. Plastic go bye-bye. And of course, we got to have some sort of like fatality looking thing here. So you got this pretty disgusting looking skull. This is really gross. This doesn't seem right though. Why are there holes? That's not how a skull works. There aren't holes here that go through to your eye. This is a little odd choice. And then the spinal cord, which looks pretty cool. Again, very gross. But it works on a little ball peg? No, it doesn't. That's interesting. There's a ball peg here, but it just goes into the head. It doesn't actually like snap in and then like pivot. Who knows why that's the case, but it locks in pretty good so far. So good. So good so far. You get a left and right of this gripping hand, which looks okay. Now we're getting into the poopy stuff. So like the paintwork here on the glove looks fine, but he's literally got like cartoon, what are these, like hot dog fingers? No fingernails. They're just fat little so bad. It looks so bad. Another gripping hand for a different kind of weapon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at how long the thumb is. It's so stupid. You get a right hand of this one, which now this is pretty basic. This is looking okay. The paint totally missed there in the other part of his glove though, so that's really unfortunate. He still doesn't have fingernails, but I think maybe this hand is okay. These are so bad. You get this one, which is, I don't know, like is a very specific attack. The sculpt is better. The length of the thumbs are better. The paint is better. He still doesn't have fingernails, and you get this, whatever this is called, flashing or something, where there's like a lot of edges of the plastic. Not as bad in person, really bad in the camera, which is generally how this goes. You get this hand, which, I don't know, so we're looking at like fighting stance, sausage fingers, hot dogs, or is this like a shooting his stuff? I don't know. You'd have to like go back and play the game to really see all the different moves. You get this one, which again, the paint is absolute doo-doo around that glove and that finger. Why'd they... Okay, whatever. We're talking third party. We're getting third party paint. And it's the same on the left and right hand. Man, it's so stupid. And you get another right hand for the gripping, which mirrors the other left hand with the super long thumb. Oh god, and the bad paint work. And then you get this one, which is, I don't know, classic Lin Kuei clan move. And then again, with the paint, they just can't get paint around that stupid glove. Alternate head that's in the box. This one, which is eyes straight on. Yeah, his eyes are white with black. So this is looking okay. Okay, the paint here looks nice. I love this metal look, the little details there, and the eyes are good. So nothing to complain about in this area, which is good. I don't want to complain about anything. Now on to the main boy. Let's hope. Oh God, what? His hands aren't even on him. So that's a little concerning. Let's get him on. No points lost yet. Can't really get this left hand on. So that's kind of a problem. They have these kind of unique designs for the pegs. I mean, there's so many companies doing wrist pegs. I don't know why this is, we're trying to like play in a new territory to get these things to work properly. But I cannot get that to stay on. It's just barely on. So let's keep going. Great. Here's the head sculpt that's on by default. It looks like his eyes are looking to the left, but they're not. They're looking straight on. It's just the way that his eyes are black and then he has like white pupils. But that makes it look like this left eye is in the wrong position. Anyway, the details on the head are just as good as the other one. You got another bandana on the back there. Looks fine. This, oh God, the other hand just fell off. Okay. These soft goods look great. This is the thing that really sold me when it was listed online, was this quilted pattern here. It looks so good. But I can say right now that this figure is so bad that people have had to modify this figure in so many different ways to get it to fully function, which you shouldn't have to do, obviously, especially spending money. You're spending your hard-earned cash money. Now he's got great details and paintwork here in this gauntlet thing and the armbands. Again, the quilted stuff looks great. All of this paintwork looks really, really nice. So visually, stunning. Since these hands come off so easily, let's just look at the details here. So, I mean, these are probably the best hands on him just because everything's kind of hidden in a fist shape. You don't get to see his fingernails that he doesn't have. But his hands don't stay on, so it doesn't matter. This is all kind of pliable, which is helpful, so maybe it could help with articulation, but this is definitely like really locking up his torso by having this on there. But of course, that's his design, so that's what it's gonna look like. There's even straps here. So this is like, got some great areas of execution, some pretty weak areas of execution. This is the biggest problem in this entire figure. You wanna do splits? You wanna kick? Hold on. You wanna make a Mortal Kombat video game character into an action figure? Yes, okay, cool. He's gotta look like it. Okay, we can do that. He's gotta be able to punch. Sorry, we're not gonna do that. But what we're gonna do is help with the lower half of the body. Okay, great. These guys kick a lot. It's almost like, you know, there's a lot of punching, which apparently he can't do. And then there's a lot of kicking, a lot of different types of kicks. One of those being a side kick or a roundhouse. He's not doing that. Can he kick? That's as far as he can kick forward. So he doesn't stretch. This is a Sub-Zero that cannot stretch. His pants are so incredibly tight in this crotchal area that he literally cannot kick anywhere. That's as far up as he's gonna go, and then to the side you literally cannot do anything unless you cut the pants right there. So stupid. Now what if we try to like pull his pants down a little bit, like maybe he's just got him up a little too far and he's wedgie boy? It's all attached in some form here. Tunic thing is actually attached to his pants right here. They're actually like literally stitched into his pants, which is part of the problem, I think. So that the blue thing is being locked in by his shoulders, so you cannot pull his pants down to give him a little more crotch space. If that would even help, I don't know. So he cannot kick. So stupid. But he's got rotation at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, which are all pointless. And then his ankles can't do anything either because of these boot things, which, you know, we can kind of give a pass because sometimes you got to have the aesthetics of this maybe overrule having crazy articulation on a figure that comes from a fighting game. So the posing segment might not even happen because I'm so irritated and this is such a stupid figure that we'll have to see what I do because he can't do anything. He can barely even get like his standing pose from the game. Actually, I think he cannot get into the pose from the game. So stupid. Body articulation, I didn't talk about that, but he's actually got quite a lot of range in the body. So he can do a jumping air punch without hands, but he can't do a jumping air kick without having his both legs up. Like, I can't do it. This is so stupid. Now, just to lock in to make sure that what my friend said was the worst thing about this thing, other than his legs, is that you can't get the other hands on, which is true. These don't even like kind of go on. The other ones fall off. You can just barely get anything to grab there, and then and they don't. Yeah, these are worse than the hands that were not even on him in the box. They were off of him in the box. He had to literally drill the holes out of the wrists or out of the hands to get it to work properly. This is a really, really bad design. So those don't go on. Let's try the other side. Yeah, these just, they don't stay on. So it's just gonna be, you see? Like you think that's starting to lock in a little bit and you're like, okay, maybe that'll be fine. But it takes literally no effort to get those things off. So if in an imagination land, you could get the hands onto him, this is what it would look like for him to hold the axe. This is so stupid. Ugh. Who made this? I need to look this up. JMTOYS. My new least favorite brand, if this is what all your stuff looks like. JMTOYS freeze action figure, $85 for this guy that doesn't work, okay? $85. Now, I generally am okay with like high prices when there's really nice soft goods. I mean, this thing, visually, the soft goods are stunning. So whoever on the team was doing that, great job. Whoever did the sculpting, some of it was mostly good. I don't know about these hands. What's the deal? How do you do all of this and not get the hands? Anyway, it's like, it's just so randomly bad. I don't know. God. Can't really use this guy because his hands don't work and wrist peg is broken. So that was, I didn't even really try to put this one on. I just wanted to show you what it could look like, and then it broke the peg off. So look at how clean that break is on that wrist. How does this guy get worse? Well, so stupid. If you take his head off and you're like, hey, I want to put that alternate head on because of, well, really no reason. The only real difference is like his eyebrows. This is so stupid. Anyway, this is the alternate head that's in the box. This is the peg. This is the doesn't fit. Why? Well, if you look inside, Jesus, the peg on the right is the alternate head. The peg on the left, well, that's the one that came on it. That's a massive difference. God. All right, whatever. I hate it. It's a piece of crap. So, worst figure of the year? Yes. Worth $85? I think that's pretty clear because it's the worst figure of the year, which is crazy. We've only got a few months left. I don't think anything's going to be this bad. Well, there you have it, folks. If you want to see something that I actually enjoy, and I'm happy throughout the video and the end of it, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.